Okay, so now we will talk about the last part that is remaining, that is excretion. Okay, so we have done with nutrition, we have touched upon circulation, that is transportation, we have done with respiration. Now when even at the cellular level or maybe throughout your body, whenever there are nutrients or whenever there are vital minerals or maybe molecules coming into your body, and many processes, many reactions which are going in your body uses this compounds. After the use, they are turned into something which they cannot be used henceforth, and in certain cases they are toxic to human beings. So if our body starts on accumulating such substance for a longer duration of time, it may happen that the substance which are accumulated leads to toxins and then leads to death. To prevent that, our body has one more mechanism in life processes, and that mechanism is known as excretion. Now, let me touch upon one thing. How is excretion different than excretion? Okay, the food what we eat passes through our alimentary canal, gets digested, and then what is left out is excretion, because the food which is not digested is left out from our body, but it does not go to the other parts of the body, rather it is limited to the alimentary canal. Now the food which was not digested, or maybe which was digested, which was used up, okay, and after using up, the food has, or maybe the molecule has taken up its useful compounds, and the unuseful compounds which gets accumulated are known as the excretory compound. So excretion in general is by various forms. Various animals or various maybe organisms have different modes of excretion. If I talk about excretion, the main waste that has been or that is being excreted is the nitrogenous waste. Now this nitrogenous waste can be in form of ammonia, uric acid and urea. In humans, it is excreted via the urine in the form of urea. Now let us come on to excretion in humans or excretion in animals, particularly in humans. So if I talk about excretion in humans, okay, we excrete the body toxins, the body waste material via various forms. The very first thing, what the sweat that we get, okay, is the form of excretion, wherein the toxins are just there beneath your skin, are expelled out along with water, and sebaceous glands do that, and that is therefore known as sweat, which is the part of excretion. The main system of excretion is known as the excretory system. Now, if I emphasize upon excretory system in the human beings, it is a system that consists of two kidneys, and that kidneys then again consist of something known as the unit of kidney. Similar to what the cell is the unit of life, the unit of kidney is known as the nephrons. We will learn in detail the outline, the structure, the functions, and of course how the excretory system works. So the very first thing what we have is the veins and the arteries flowing in. And along this, on the both sides, lies the kidneys. Oh, I'm so sorry, this is too large. Okay, so if I talk about kidneys, kidneys are two generally presented two in number, which lie onto your abdomen, that is the passage from the diaphragm up till the anus, and then they are located on the dorsal side. Now if I talk about kidney, they are located in between the backbones on the back side of your body. So these kidneys have the blood supply via the artery and the vein, and there is a outlet, a tubular structure which arises from the kidney, and that tubular structure is known as the ureters. Now these ureters open into a bladder shaped structure, which is a muscular organ known as the urinary bladder. And the opening of the urinary bladder is known as the urethra. This altogether constitutes your excretory system. Now what happens is, the blood from the arteries and the veins, as we have marked before, let's mark arteries red and veins blue. These are the capillaries, of course. Okay, so the arteries and veins become finer capillaries, which is surrounded by a capsular-like structure often known as the Bowman's capsule. Okay. Now, there after the Bowman's capsule is a loop-like structure known as the loop of Henle. And this structure then reunites together in the kidney and is then connected to the ureters. So whenever there is a blood flow via the arteries to the veins in between the capillaries, what happens is the blood or the plasma, which is the blood minus the RBCs, WBCs and the platelets. Okay, since RBCs, WBCs and platelets are larger in size, they are unable to escape the blood vessels. But other things such as water, minerals, waste, of course, and various other things also known as plasma, what they do is they enter into the Bowman's capsule. Now when the filtrate enter into the Bowman's capsule from the blood, what it does is it passes through the loop of Henle. Now this filtrate contains necessary things as well as the toxic waste. So what this loop of Henle usually does is it takes up or it again reabsorbs all the necessary thing again into the blood, and then, okay, this is the ascending loop and this is the descending loop. Now this loop which the blood flow which goes, or the plasma flow which goes downwards, is everything is absorbed via the loop, via this tubular loop, and every vital minerals, glucose and everything is absorbed back into the blood, and toxins with water flows to the another loop. Now in this condition, the excess water and minerals, your all organic things have been absorbed, your all inorganic things have been absorbed. Excess water along with minerals are absorbed over here. So what you get from here is certain amount of water along with the toxic waste, and that waste is passed via the ureters. Okay, and after it is passed via the ureters, it is stored in the urinary bladder. Now this urinary bladder is a muscular organ. Okay, if I talk about anything that is muscular, the very thing it does, it's contraction and relaxation. Heart is a muscular organ, it contracts and relaxes. Muscles, they contract and relax. So similarly, the urinary bladder, when the urine is 3/4 of the urinary bladder, the bladder contracts and relaxes continuously. That is why we get the urge of urination. Okay, when the bladder is more than 3/4 full, it will give a bad urge wherein you need to pee or you need to urinate, and this process is known as micturition, and that urine is expelled out via the opening known as the urethra. So this in general is the excretion which is there present in the human beings. Now we will talk about something known as hemodialysis. Okay, when you talk about excretion, kidneys are the vital organs which excrete everything from the body. But there occur certain accidents, or maybe the kidney does not function. The function of the kidney becomes less efficient. In such cases, what happens is the kidney gets either physically or chemically damaged. The pathogen damages the kidney. In this, the waste is not properly excreted throughout our body, and there the waste is accumulated in our body. So in such condition, what happens is you need a different machine to purify your blood and remove the waste from your body. Now this machine is known as hemodialysis. Okay, now we will learn how the function or how the hemodialysis work. As told, it is generally there is a one tube that is connected to the vein. Okay, and there is another tube that is connected to the artery. Now the tube that is connected to the vein is attached into a container, and the tube is coiled up in the container. Okay, and this container is provided with a dialysis solvent. Okay, so what is it? It is a similar thing to that, or it is isotonic to that of the blood, but it does not contain any toxins. So what happens is, when the solution is similar to that of blood and it does not contain any toxin. Therefore, the toxins from the blood are transported out via the process of osmosis, and this blood gets purified. At the same time, the impure dialysis solution is collected and a pure dialysis solution is sent. So after the blood is purified, it is pumped back into the artery. So this is the simple process by how or by which the dialysis takes place. Now let us talk about the excretion process in plants. The excretion process in plants is not as that difficult as that of human beings, because plants do not have extra excretory organs. What they have or how they manage their waste is the simple way. Whenever there is too much of waste, what they usually do is they accumulate all the waste in a part of a tree, that may be a leaf or maybe a bark or anything, and that waste is, or that leaf or that part is thrown out from the plant, so that the waste along with the part is thrown out of the plant. Another way what we obtain is the rubber, the latex, etc. are the waste product of the plant. The gums, the resins, they are all the waste products of the plant that has been excreted from the plant to the outer surrounding. So transpiration and release of carbon dioxide is a form of excretion what plants undergoes via diffusion at night. So this sums up all the excretion process in animals as well as in plants. Thank you.